Robert, if you could help us in explaining the EB5 and how it works, and basically telling the general public what is the process that you have to go through, and where is the best place to get the recipients of the EB5, and that would help us clarify a lot of different things as far as the funding of GARB through the EB5 program.
EB5 is a jobs program. It's mandated or created by Congress with the specific function to create employment for U.S. residents in the 50 states or any of its territories. The program we specifically concentrate on is what they call the pilot program. There's really two forms of EB5. One is what they call direct investment, and the other is the pilot program. Probably for this conversation we don't need to get into direct investment, but what the pilot program allows for is for us to create an industry within a region, or we identify an industry, we identify a region that is either rural or in a targeted employment area. And by keeping the industry and the region in one of those two, we're able for these investments to qualify for what they call a $500,000 investment. So our company works with industry participants to identify opportunities. And in this case, we've identified electronic waste, and initially for Plant 1 in Indiana, and we hooked this company up with what we call a regional center in the state of Indiana that we have an association with, and we're qualifying this investment for a certain amount of dollars. And the way we are able to get the investment qualified for dollars is basically by a determination of the total jobs that are created by this company, and whether they're direct employees, which everybody understands, they're the 941 employees of the company, the full-time employment. And we do an econometric study on this, and it tells us the indirect jobs that are a result of this plant, anybody that would be supplying this plant for whatever reason. It could be the people driving the trucks, it could be sorters, it could be any vendor to this. And we also do a study on what they call the induced jobs, and these are jobs that are created based on this new economic activity to the economy. So in the case of GARB, if we put up a refrigerator plant or a multi-stream or a combination of both, and let's just use, in this case, a multi-stream plant, we have $15 million of revenue. We do a study that tells us what the total impacts to the U.S. economy is. And from that, for every 10 jobs plus a cushion, we're able to bring in $500,000. And so we've looked at this company, and it's ACG, our company's intention to enter into a number of joint ventures in the United States. And starting with the one in Indiana, we've kind of pre-screened this investment for a certain investment amount that's sufficient to get this plant operational. The investment is secured by foreign investors that want to enter the U.S. and obtain certain benefits. For coming to the U.S., they don't work in the plant, they're just providers of capital. So it's a net benefit to the economy. The U.S. economy gets investment, and they get job creation. And our investors that work with us, that enter into our limited partnership arrangement with ACG, that eventually makes the investment into this project, get the benefits of residency in the United States. It's been around since 1993. It's on a very fast-track growth curve right now because credit, we all know, has been tight for companies since 2008. The growth in EB5 right now is a direct function of the fact that credit still remains tight for U.S. companies, and companies like ourselves are taking advantage of this opportunity. I came over here to Germany this week, as I said earlier, to kind of look at the technology, and this we think is a perfect project for EB5. So kind of complex, but not really that complex. It's actually a jobs program. It's capital for jobs, and jobs for people in the U.S.
Where we get the EB5 candidates? Most like, where do the EB5 candidates usually come from? Where are they coming from right now?
Largest market in 2010 and continues in 2011 is China. Our company maintains offices in Beijing and Shanghai. We've got an extensive kind of sales network in that market. We have relationships with migration consultants, we call them, that are our partners in the market.
Where are you based out of?
I live and work in Shanghai. Our company is based out of Irvine, California. We have offices in South America, Manila, Philippines, Beijing. I office out of Shanghai, and then we've got other industries and things we're associated with, but we're a investment, we're a merchant banking company. We manage money both in the corporate side in the States and internationally. We manage money in the real estate sector. We've got a banking area for corporate finance. We have this immigration business that we formed in 2008. Second biggest market is Korea. We have a Korean partner, for example, that serves my role in Korea. He does what I do in China and India. Our third biggest market right now is UK and Japan. And many markets are coming up right now. The demand out of Mexico for this program is coming up at a very quick rate right now due to kind of macro issues within Mexico. It's a fast-growing market, as is most of Latin America right now.